I'm Jen Runyon here at PowerGen, and I'm talking to Jason Ramos of the Blue Lake Rancheria Tribe. The Blue Lake Rancheria Microgrid was a finalist in yesterday's Project of the Year Awards, which we awarded. They did not win. However, I did want to talk about the microgrid because it's a really cool project.
Sure.
Yeah, so tell me a little bit, why did the tribe want a microgrid? I mean, right now we're looking at microgrids in the mush markets, military, university, schools, and hospitals. You guys don't really fit in there. What was the driver?
So many of the tribes on the north coast of California, right? It's a really kind of a remote area. There's long transmission lines. The power goes out a lot. We have our own commercial operations that we'd like to, continue to power,
Keep
right?
Powered?
We were doing that with diesel generators.
Oh, okay.
And we also, we have. The tribal office has needs. They have a food program, we have transportation programs, we run a bus, right, from Blue Lake that services the rest of the county. Mm-hmm. So it really impacts the tribe, and it impacts our community when our power's out.
For sure.
So that was kind of really the impetus behind it. And then secondarily, with the microgrid system, we're a Red Cross shelter, so to be able to keep that up, right, is also important. And then just for economics, I mean, we didn't really realize it until we were really engaged into it that we could do some peak shaving and actually save some money too.
Oh, nice.
So there's good commercial reasons, there's reasons for our tribal government, and there's reasons for health and human safety. It really was important for us.
Yeah, and so this has got lots of renewables in it as well, right? So
it's really a solar field. So it's a half a megawatt of solar, hooked to a series of Tesla batteries, so it's like 1.2 megawatt hours of Tesla batteries.
Wow, yeah.
And then it's also gridded to all of our backup diesel generators. And we're going through a process now where we're trying to replace those because they're kind of aged, trying to get like a natural gas hybrid version of those. But we definitely don't have to use them as often, right? And then, of course, in the summer when the sun's shining a lot, we get to use some of that power and not have to purchase so much from PG&E.
Very cool. So what was the most challenging part of getting the whole thing up and running?
The most challenging part is that there's a lot of engineering, right? And we're not engineers.
Okay.
We were really lucky because Humboldt State University has a SHOTS Energy Research Center. They call it CERC. Peter Lehman and Arnie Jacobson, they're kind of lead the charge in an organization, and they're always up for new challenges. And they have some good engineers on site. They were able to really they were the quarterback during the whole process.
Got it, yeah.
They integrated the systems, they integrated with the software, right? They led the charge on getting the schedule for the electricians to get it all mounted and installed.
Yep.
So that's the biggest challenge, is finding a group like that.
Just figuring it out, right? I mean, I recently wrote an article about microgrids and said if you've seen one microgrid, you've seen one microgrid because they're all different.
They're all different sizes and scales and different inputs.
Yeah. So am I to understand that these engineers from CERT designed it? And
they helped to design it. Yeah.
Okay.
They helped to design it. They worked with Siemens, which provides the software. I think we had some Johnson controls in there. They worked with Tesla. They got all the engineers in a room and talked about how it would work, which is a daunting task.
I'm sure.
And then on our commercial side, it's like the benefit of the microgrid is that we can scale down our power use.
Okay.
Right. So we can go from everything to full power use with the panels and the batteries and the generator if necessary. Or if it's a long power outage and we've depleted the batteries and we're getting lower on fuel, we can actually march it down, right, to just health and safety. So it just runs HVAC, it just runs emergency lighting, right? And so understanding those categories, right, that was their job too, to say what are your needs, what are those categories going to be?
Got it.
Yeah, so that was a challenge too.
Really cool. And so will they be doing the O&M, or do you have a?
Yeah. So we actually send some of our own team members, right, from our maintenance department, from our IT department, to actually train on the software and to train on the system. But yeah, we do rely on the engineers from SHOTS to really, and we're in a place now where we're collecting data,
right,
and saying, okay, what's the data say? How do we fine tune it? How do we get more cost efficiency out of it? So they're going to be involved in that role for the next couple of years until we get it really understand what we're doing.
So you really got it. Well, congratulations again on being a finalist, and we're so glad you could make it here to the awards and here to PowerGen.
Oh yeah, well thanks for the nomination. We're really honored. It was great to be here. So thank you for nominating us.
Well, you're welcome. It's a great project. Again, Jason Ramos from the Blue Lake Rancheria Tribe, and I'm Jennifer Runyon, Renewable Energy World.